How you guys doing? Hope you're doing fine. I hope you're doing better than Scrattles.
What?
Oh, you look strung out if you don't mind me saying so. Your hair is all over the place.
Shut up. Shut up.
Wow. Oh my gosh. You're just stumbling around.
It's none of your business.
Jesus. Something that I did? This drama you want to have on the air?
You know what you did?
Are you all right? What is in your dog dish here? Oh my God, Scrattles.
What?
Is that Bacardi? Have you been drinking rum all night?
It's none of your business.
None of my business. Well, I'm your owner. It would be completely irresponsible of me to let you drink rum all night. What does that make me?
Makes you a faggot.
Whoa, whoa. All right, all right, all right. Calm down. Dear God. You know better than to use that language.
You know better than to use language.
Jesus.
I'm gonna scrattle you.
No, no, no.
I'm gonna scrattle you bad times.
Stop.
Give me my rum dish.
No, no. Calm down. Calm down.
Just take away my rum. You ain't a boss of me.
Wow. Anyway, guys, welcome to the to our special stream here.
Yeah, welcome to the street, fuckfaces.
Oh my God. I apologize for this. I don't know what's going on here. It seems my co-host is a little inebriated.
Fight me!
Whoa. Calm down. Calm down.
Fuckers, fuckface, kubatard bitches.
My God. Scrattles. We don't like that. We're not like that.
I'm like that. Right now, I'm like that. So you shut your fucking face. Fuck face. You got a fucking face. For stupid fucking face.
Jesus Christ, Scrattles. Calm down. Jeez. Yeah, this is all on me, folks. I apologize. All right, let's hand out some gold stars.
Hand out them gold stars, stupid face fucker.
Okay. All right. Attack Reborn podcast. He came first. He says, that Davis again with another live stream. Hopefully we can get a laugh. But be careful not to do a Tennessee Marine, because his logic about doxing is so bad. LOL. He has thoughts about doxing? I don't know if I caught that much. But it looks like we are really on a collision course to have a TM type of stream today. I didn't know you were into drinking.
You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, Ataku, here's a gold star coming for you. Yeah, you caught that with a breeze. Now, if you want to bandage that up, there's a little medical kit for you. Nukamal says, need ass of the week. I need the ass of the week, he says. Will you settle for a silver star? All right. He caught that pretty good. Using his ass. I don't know if you guys want to imagine that. Yeah, we'll have a new ass next week. I missed yesterday's show, obviously, and that's when I was hoping to do the poll for the ass of the month. But let's be honest, folks, we all knew what it was going to be. In fact, let's bring it up on the stream right now. As I look for that, I'm going to go ahead and throw a bronze star at Bastard Beast. Oh my God, he deflected it. I guess he thought I was trying to kill him or something. But Here you go, guys. You know that this is the ass of the month. There's no question about it. It's a little unfair because it's a twofer, but both of these asses are just fantastic. And the imagery, it's just it's like a summertime. Fantastic. Fantastic. The composition, it's like a Maxfield Parrish painting. So good. Also so great. Figs, welcome to the stream. Tipsy Top, welcome to you. I don't know, maybe. Says, what is going on, Davis? I have no idea. Sisu, welcome to the stream. See you there.
Hey, Sisu, you fuckface.
Whoa.
Fight me.
Okay. Hey.
Sisu is a kumatard. That's what I know. He needs to get on a plane, and he needs to come 4 hours down to Alabama. And that's when I'm gonna punch him in the nose.
Wow. I can't believe this. Water Jabbers, welcome to you. I'm trying to nurse this dog back into sobriety, and it is not helping. Here, take some water. Need some water out of that.
I don't want your water, you fuckface bitch.
Jesus.
Give me my rum.
Dear Lord, Scrattles.
You're a stupid fucking whore. Out here begging for money.
You know all that money goes to you, right? To your delicious Scrattle meals that you love so much.
Fucking Scrattle meals. It's just dog food. Why don't you just call it what it is? You gotta lie to people just like you lie all the time about where you meth teeth and your tranny girlfriend.
What are you talking about? I don't have any of those things.
Fucking liar.
Okay. All right. We'll move on then. Geez, guys, I don't know where this is going. I know where it needs to go though. We need to work on our Jeepers Creepers guy. We're running out of time. I didn't get to work on it at all yesterday, and I'm a little nervous about it. In fact, I had a nightmare last night that it was already Monday, and I had nothing. I had no Jeepers Creepers to show my gang of artists. Oh man, woke up in a fright, covered in sweat.
Kicking me probably, 'cause that's what you do, 'cause you're a bitch. You can't kick me when I'm awake, so you kick me when I'm sleeping. You bitch made. You're bitch made.
Okay, all right, all right. Jesus. Bladder says, can't let your dog watch too many of the wrong streams, Davis. It's irresponsible. Is that what it is? You've been watching the wrong streams? Is that what you've been doing?
You don't know what I've been doing, 'cause you're stupid and dumb, and you smell like a cheese sandwich.
Oh, okay. Can't deny that. Probably smell like a cheese sandwich. Yeah, being ratted out by the Scrattles, I guess. Wow. I didn't know about my trainee girlfriend.
You're an Indian and a Puerto Rican, and you live in Alabama under the sea.
Under the sea. All right. Well, that's good color for the report, I guess. All right. We got our Jeepers Creepers guy. We need to. All this red madness is just madness. Let's put some resource picks on the side here because I want to insectify this guy. If that makes any sense. More like rattles, am I right? Are you a little bit of a rattler?
What does that mean?
It means you got rattles in your brain. You're like a rattler.
I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. You're too scared to show up.
I'm literally right here.
Fucking coward bitch.
Wow. All right.
Fly to where I'm at. 4 hours, you won't do it. You're too much of a coward to do it.
Wow. All right. I'm sorry about this, folks. This is going to be a weird one.
Stupid bitch.
Wow. I don't need to take this.
You take it all. 'Cause you're a big stupid jerk.
My gosh.
I fucking hate you.
Okay. All right. Put a little desert spider over here. Probably some few things that I want to take from that one. Yeah, Scraddles has been drinking. I apologize for that. Who let Scraddles get a hold of cheap Tennessee whiskey? From the smell of it, it seems to be rum. I don't know what kind of rum. I assumed it was Bacardi, but it's I don't know. It's probably fucking pirate rum.
I'll slit your throat.
Whoa! I'm not touching it. But I would only implore you to drink the water. Put some nice water there for you.
Water's for the weak, for the bitch maid. And that's you. You drink the water, stupid asshole.
Wow. I don't know what happened, guys. Platypus says, wish I'd been drinking. Well, it's not all it's cracked up to be, I guess. Put that over here. And we don't need that one. We could make space for it, can't we? I wish we could. Such a good picture. It's only going to throw us off, though. Grant Sanford, welcome to the stream. Platypus. And Apathetic Rancher, welcome to you as well. Night bitch made beast. Yeah, I guess so. Scraddle should smoke some pot and mellow around. Think so? Trucknut says, should smoke a little pot.
You should smoke a little face, stupid smoke face.
Wow. Anyway, Trucknuts, welcome to the stream. Sorry I didn't do your voice there. Koloski, welcome to the stream. He says that needs more toker butt. Oh my god. It's going to be up to, well, we would never do that. Apathetic Rancher says, oh yeah, good morning. Only watching for a bit. Gotta go get my rent and run some errands. Gotta go get my rent. Oh my god. He collects rent from the various people who live in his slum houses. What a guy. Where's my money? Where's my money, motherfucker?
Where's my money?
What?
You don't give me money.
What do you do with money?
Chew on it, rip it up.
Okay. That's why I don't give you money. You just rip it up. Just like you do those napkins. Which is, I guess, my fault for leaving them there.
I rip up everything. I rip it up.
All right.
Fight me.
No, I'm not fighting you.
Set it up, blood tokers. Set it up.
My gosh. You should get a vape pen. Maybe it'll calm you down.
I am calm.
Well, you're drunk right now.
I'm not drunk, but I have been drinking.
Okay. Well, that's the problem. In my opinion. Right?
I'll fight you anywhere.
Well, you fight me right now.
Name a state. Name a state right now.
All right. Alaska.
Is that a state?
Yeah. It's a state.
Name another one.
Hawaii.
That's not even real.
Okay. It is real. You know Tulsi Gabbard. She's from Hawaii.
I don't know who that is. It's made up. You fucking make up everything. 'Cause you're a lying dirtbag fucking jerko.
Jerko. Wow. Is it Scraddles or Scraddles? It's the one with the D's. Although if I would have thought about it, the T's probably would have been better. But whatever. Can fight in Nevada and go gambling after, says I don't know maybe. What do you think about that?
You'd be gambling if you stepped in the ring with me, bitch-made boy.
Bitch-made boy. Wow.
You'd be gambling with your life. You know that's true. But you're not gonna do it, are you? 'Cause you're a fucking coward.
Jeez. How did we get here? How did we get here?
You know how we got here. You kicking me all the time, treating me like a bad dog.
Well, you know what you did.
It's not a big deal. Don't talk about it.
Oh, all right. We'll move on. All right, let's get rid of all this stuff. Oh my God, what have I done? Zoom back in. Let's zoom out. Katie Waxlover, welcome to the stream. You want to say hello to anybody, Scraddles?
No. 'Cause they're all Kuma cards.
Kuma cards.
Yeah. I don't want to speak to any of them. Especially Davis.
Wow. That's a little offensive.
I want to speak to the Spurgs.
Speak to the Sparks. Have you, did you guys see this one? Let's stop for 1 second. I want to show this clip from Adonis Paul last night. Someone tuned me into this. I don't know if you saw this. What do you guys make of this? You want to watch this real quick with me?
And on that note, I don't think he's gonna show up, but I'll keep an eye on the Discord just in case he does. And I'll whoop his fucking bitch ass. Punish Dad, you're fucking welcome. Anybody except for Davis, because Davis is the one who always wants to show up. And I won't have that shit. I want one of your fucking Spurgs. I want to see the real deal out here. Send me.
What does that mean? Everyone except for Davis, because he'll show up? What? What sense does that make? I want everyone to show up, except for the guy that will show up. What does that mean? I couldn't make heads or tails of it. Is that what it is? Treknut says he invited anyone who won't show up. 10 out of 10. I don't want to, I don't want to think that it's that, but yeah, I don't know. They scared of you, Davis. I don't know. I think if I'm being honest, they want someone who is going to flip out. I don't know. Maybe it's my I don't even know what I would do on there, to tell you the truth. If I went on, probably answer all the questions truthfully and try to get a few questions answered myself. Things that I don't understand. Some of the more hypocritical things that I've seen happen. Doesn't want to have that conversation. Water Jabber says kind of like how Tonka agreed to hop on Anton's stream with AP and AP wanted none of it. Huh. It's fucking weird.
You're weird.
Stop. What is you constantly want to battle with me right now?
Hey, you're too bitch made to fight me. IRL. Fucker. Fly to my state.
I'm right here, Scrattles. I'm right here. I'm literally right here.
Scared. Scared like a baby.
Okay. Grant Sanford says, I challenge Hitler to a fight. He didn't show up. I win. Is that what it is? Something to that extent? Yeah, that's probably what it is. Struckdown says, yep, he wants someone to yell back, not take apart his bullshit with logic. Yeah. Not a conversation worth happening, or worth having, I guess. Oh no, Katie Waxliver says, looks like I've got some issues. See the orthopedic on Monday. Oh my gosh. Sorry to hear about that. Hopefully everything gets worked out. Still taking care of some critters. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Glasgow says, hey Davis, I challenge you to a fight, but you aren't allowed to turn to turn up. All right, that sounds good. It's so bizarre, isn't it? Isn't it all bizarre? I was listening to the stream yesterday, to the Kumite stream, because I'm a bitch-made faggot, and yeah, it was a good show yesterday, full of intrigue. Hey, does anybody know if that doc stream has been unprivated? I know that he said that he would, because I've been wanting to listen to that. Water Jabber says, well, think about it, Davis. Why would it be worth it to hop on a dude stream so we can talk with you about another dude? Yeah, exactly. I don't know if that's ever worth it. I like the what was it? The like the concept, the idea part of it. Like, for example, when I was talking to Doc, and he had this idea that he wants some sort of redemption arc with Tonka. And I would have loved to like explore that idea. Didn't seem like he wanted to do that while I was there. It didn't help that the audio was horrible. But I was like, why would you want that for another human being? And what would that entail? And you know, the idea that you even think that that is something that you can bring to the table with someone. I want to squash the beef. I want to hash it out. I want a redemption arc for Tonka. Who it's still so fucking bizarre to me. I think it's obviously pretty clear to me. It's probably pretty clear to you as well that a lot of these guys, I think they miss Tonka. You got a glimpse of it with Tennessee Marine in the comments on yesterday's stream. Because every once in a while he would, there'd be some funny comment made by somebody, and he would remark about it. Like, that's a good one, I must admit. And I think Doc is the same way. He wants to be buddy with them, but you can't do that. You can't really expect people to forget. about the past. You can't even really expect him to forgive. I think forgiveness is a great thing. But we don't have to talk about that. It's a conceptual thing, I guess. Grant Sanford says, how many times can you say wheelchair and tranny before it gets boring? Apparently not enough. And don't you just love that? How Vamp just becomes a tranny? Why do they think that works? I mean, it works for me because I think it's hilarious. That's a Tennessee Marines thing. I stuck up for you, Vamp. Oh, yeah? It's all this tranny shit, calling her a tranny. Why did that happen? I don't know. Who knows? Jacob says, Davis, my favorite comic book was Power of 10. Oh, okay. All right. Good to know. Apathetic Renter says he's gonna leave. All right, you take care. Enjoy your day. Don't break any kneecaps while you're out there. Remember, more flies with honey than vinegar and all that shit. They think it works because it does. Even when Vamp doesn't react to it, a legion of white knights come out in the woodwork to type furiously in chats.
Davis,
What?
I want you to know something.
What?
I want you to know something. You gotta know it.
You want me to know something and I gotta know it. All right, tell me.
I'm gonna tell you something, and you're gonna know what I'm saying to you, Davis.
Okay, just tell me.
Davis,
What?
I never talk shit about Ellen. I never talk shit about Ellen. I want you to know that. And water jammers,
Water Jam?
I would never talk shit about your wife. And I know you, Katie Wax Lover, I never talk shit about your wife.
See where this is going.
Grant Sanford, I never talk shit about your wife.
Okay, all right, that's enough.
Jacob Gulf City Navo, I never talk shit about your comic books and your wife.
Okay, all right. All right. Water Jabber says, that's why we cool, Scrattles.
I'm gonna fight him.
No.
He's talking shit.
Okay.
He's going after my kids, Davis.
You don't have kids.
I have bones.
What does that even mean? You have bones.
My bones are my children. And my children are my bones.
Okay. All right. My God, Water Jabbers is ready. He says, bring it, Scrattles.
I scrattle you. Name a state.
Name a state.
Name a state. Name 10 states. Name 100 states.
Okay, we're just going to name states, huh? All right. Punish Dad says Punish Dad wins. Okay. Guess so. I'm gonna put these. Oh, he's got rosy red cheeks. This guy. Water Jabber says water is a state of being.
Fuck you. I'll bite you.
Okay. All right. Let's find out where these mandibles. I think they're little arms, but let's figure out where they should be. Alt Centrist, welcome to the stream, by the way. He says, State Liquid, Cello Wrestling. Oh my gosh. So good. So great. I'm not, all right. It's opened up here and opened up here. That would be too far. So let's get rid of this real quick. How you been, Davis? I've been fine. Yeah, I've been all right. You know, shit happens. You roll with the punches. Try to get through it. Let's get rid of this real quick. It's a little bit too far back. Civi 11. You want us to subscribe to some crazy channel? Doc Grant Sanford's taking you up on the challenge. Scrattles, you ready? He says Alabama, Alaska, Delaware, Illinois, Virginia, Missouri, South Carolina, North Carolina, New Mexico, and Vermont.
Those are all states.
Yes. Yes, they are.
I'm gonna fight you in all those states.
Just fight me in Texas.
Where's that? I'll fight you in the state of you being a faggot.
Okay. Hey. Calm down. I use that kind of language.
You're a dirty, stupid jerk.
Punish Dad says, will you fight Tennessee Marine IRL? Davis? Oh gosh. My old ass in a fight? Can you imagine? Ugh. Not with the way I feel. Tell you what. Tell you what, I'm definitely afraid of hurting my hands and anything like that. It's probably why I don't go to bars and piss people off. Those days are behind me. Afraid to say.
That's 'cause you're a coward.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is, Scrattles.
Fucking pussy boy. Pussy boy, pussy boy, pussy boy.
Okay. We got it. I think we understand. Trucknut says, you ready to admit it was Bubba that left you sore? Nope. Dear God, I don't think I would have survived. I don't think I would have come back to the internet if Bubba had gotten his way. The shame of it all would be too much. I know this is here. Right around here. Because of foreshortening, you won't see it. But I know it's there. You would rather see me versus Tennessee Marine's mom. Talking about Kowalski. Kowalski says, I want to see Dad versus Tennessee Marine. Oh man. Davis ever disappears, we know what happened. Oh man. Don't even think about it. Think about it too much. For my taste. All right. I just wanted to make sure that we got the. Actually, let's do this real quick. Just the perspective on this thing. Bring this up. What's Scrattle's drink of choice? Apparently, it's rum. He drinks rum like a goddamn pirate.
You're a pirate.
I'm a pirate.
Yeah, you're a pirate because you're always getting your booty stolen by Bubba. Ah!
Very funny. Very funny, Scrattles.
I said something.
You said something. It's true. You did say something. Dear God. Katie Waxliver says, "Don't worry, Davis. I'm sure we'd find a way to free you from Bubba, I think." Doesn't sound like you have a plan at all. I thought Scrattles was a girl, says Jacob. Yeah, she's a girl. It's girl dog. Why? Girls can drink rum. It's the girls you want to stay away from.
Fuck you.
Okay. Dear God. Let's get back here. Okay, it comes up. Something like this. Brahida 666 says, Tennessee Marine just needs to concentrate on climbing trees and not cutting himself up with chainsaws. That would be job one. Why didn't he come onto the show? I was really looking forward to that. Isn't that the thing, though? Isn't that the thing they always talk about? People are bitch made for not showing up. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's not a hot take here to say that Tennessee Marine seems to be a bit hypocritical with all the shit that he talks. He wants to go after this one guy for doing a GoFundMe for raising money for his child support, where he's never said the same thing about Adonis Paul. There's a few other cases like that where he's just incredibly hypocritical. Yeah, I saw that, Punished Dad. I did catch a little bit of Doc Griffin's stream yesterday just to see what the lay of the land was. But yeah, he says Doc Griffin started a thing where you can donate $5 to take someone's wrench away. And yeah, and $5 to get the wrench back. And moreover, you only take away the wrench for a day. So monetizing wrenches, that is probably one of the gayest things that I've ever seen. That being said, all right, so $5 and I will get it's not going to happen. Don't do it. Do not donate to the stream for a wrench. I'm not going to give wrenches. Well, letting you know that right now. It's not going to happen. Ugh. Fucking wrenches. Drive me crazy. Punish Dad says 2 of his idiots fans paid money to get me and a viable ninja de-wrenched. Oh, really? So they made money off of it. Well, there you go. They just went on a different account anyway. Yeah, that's the problem with that. Viable Ninja says, I'm a big deal, Scrattles.
I'll fight you.
Okay. Well, there you go. I guess that's what it's going to do.
Pay me $5 and I'll scrattle you.
Okay. Is that Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Truck Nuts. Isn't that some kind of targeted harassment? Seems like the very definition of targeted harassment. But whatever. Not that I care. Exactly. It's a legal wrench prostitution ring. There you go. Sisu says, but if I don't have a wrench, how can I white knight for people? That's a good point. You can only do that in a Discord, I guess. Where you can be the ultimate white knight. The community organizer. The best white knight. I think the eyes should be ripped up with the flesh, and the true eyes are spooky scary. Yeah, but it doesn't fit with the lore because he uses well, man, I don't know, maybe it does. The whole thing with Jeepers Creepers is he takes body parts from people when he needs them. So I'd imagine he takes them because he needs them. But yeah, I have plans with the eyes. I want the little, I don't know, spider mandibles to be able to control the eyes. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. There was a while back, I was trying to make a puppet. Yeah. Trying to make a puppet, and I was really into trying to make the eyes work. So I spent way too much time looking up animatronic eyes. There's all sorts of different theories on how they, not theories, but all sorts of different ways to make them work. If anything, I'll try to put some of that knowledge to use. Trying to create these eyes. Grant Sanford says, you just ignored my Ass of the Week suggestion, huh, Davis? Rude. I did see it. I'm sorry. I didn't respond to it, but it's pretty good. Got a lot of great asses. So will it make it? Probably. It's a pretty good ass. Tricknut says, wonder if you would take 20 to disable live chat entirely. It would make for an even more boring show, which it kind of thought was impossible. Might be worth it. Yeah. Just take away the live chat completely. Animatronics? Davis created Five Nights at Freddy's? Oh, man. I wish I would have. You never know what the thing is going to be. That guy used to make, the guy that made Five Nights at Freddy's, used to make Christian games. Christian-themed games. Then he made Five Nights at Freddy's and never looked back. And then he said, I renounce God. Probably not. But good for him, man. Punished Dad says, I didn't even realize Magog was there, and apparently I got him making statements on the bullshit AP has been pulling. Oh, really? Yeah, I did see that he was there. I didn't watch too much of it. Probably only about 5 minutes of it. He was not a big fan of the wrench for cash gimmick as well. I don't know too much about that guy. Seems like he's all right. Give him a 5.6-inch penis in his inner forehead. Sounds like a good idea. Punished Dad says, I wish I made Fortnite. Tell you what happened. What was it, this weekend? No, it was last weekend. Fortnite does this pretty cool thing where they have seasons. My nephew was telling me about it. But at the end of the season, they have an event. And my little nephew, he's never been around for an event. But it was really cool. Because, yeah, he was playing. And all of a sudden, the HUD gets taken away, from the screen. And everything stops. You're playing a game. Everything stops. And what happened is this giant monster came out of the earth. Just this fucking huge ass goddamn monster came out of the earth, and you can just, you can move your character around to see what's going on, and then right behind him, this giant robot came, and then there was this robot monster battle that just happened in the middle of the game. It was awesome. I'd never seen anything like it. It's such a fucking cool idea. Yeah, I'm talking about Fortnite. So I never really understood what was the big gimmick with Fortnite, but if they can do something like that, that's such a great idea. Because you really felt like you're a part of something, like you saw something, and it's never going to happen again. But you as a player can control, the vantage point of where you are. You could be up close or far away. It's happening for everyone on the in the game. I thought that was great, just absolutely great. Punished Dad says League of Legends has been having seasons for like 11 years. Oh, do they do anything like that? Do they have events? I imagine they do. I don't know too much about games. Sisu says that actually does sound pretty cool. It was awesome. Kolaski says that event was pretty lackluster. Robots fucking flossed at the end and ruined the cool robot monster fight. No, I thought it was great. Yeah, at the end, he finds this energy cube. Okay. Yeah, this is what's cool about it is they had set it up this whole time. Like weeks prior to that, they were building this robot. And you could see like every week they would make progress on the robot. I was like, well, wow, this is cool. And my nephew, he knows all the lore. He was like, yeah, they're setting it up for the event that they're gonna have, and the robot's gonna fight a monster. It's like, what? How does this work? And yeah, sure enough. And it was this whole obviously a scripted event, but yeah, the other cool thing is there was this sculpture that's been in the map forever, and the robot pulls out this giant sculpture, and it turns out it's been a sword this whole time. And then he drives the sword through the monster's head. And then at the end of the event, the monster's bones are on the map, and you can go and yeah, after the event, everybody just goes about their business, going doing the same Fortnite shit with the monster's bones there. That's really cool. Yeah, that's when I understood that why it's such a popular thing. It's a really, really cool idea. Bible Ninja says 4.5 tons of coke seized in Hamburg. I'm so upset. Oh my gosh. Was Jeepers Creepers piloting the robot? Probably. If I know Jeepers Creepers, he was up to no good. Punish Dad says, did you know Fortnite had a Marshmello concert? Yeah, he told me about that. My nephew told me about that. I don't know who Marshmello is. Marshmello recorded an exclusive set. There was a whole stage and shit. A bunch of players could watch the show. Yeah, he told me about that. Apparently he missed it. This is the first Fortnite event that he was able to watch live. And yeah, he was blown away. I was also blown away. Must be said. I think that's just incredibly cool. How long have you waited to say Monster Bone on stream? I didn't think it would be as satisfying as when I did. Good morning, Android the Destroyer. Welcome to the morning stream. Do want to apologize for missing yesterday's show. Oh man, I felt so bad. Couldn't be helped. And I thought I'd make it up at night, but still far too tired. Ugh, life gets in the way. Sometimes. Katie Waxlover says, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great weekend, everyone. Yep, you take care, Katie Waxlover. Trucknut says, you'd probably like the crossover events in MHW. They bring in characters and enemies and game mechanics from other games. Oh, really? What's MHW? MHW. Monster Hunter World. Okay, gotcha. I figured it out. When are you coming for a Monster Hunter stream? Monster Hunter is a beautiful game. But they do that? Characters and enemies and game mechanics from other games? Wow, that's got to be wild. That sounds really, really cool. I'd check that out. Someone let me know when something like that is happening. I think that sounds wild. But yeah, like I said, I saw Blossom play it. It's the first time I'd seen it. Beautiful looking game. Final Fantasy and Witcher. Oh, really? Yeah, I can't remember who was talking about it, but they said some of the monsters from the Witcher series were put in there. What's going on with Discord? Is Bubba into race realism now? Dear God. You play as Geralt with his sword and fire spell, and you hunt a monster ported from The Witcher. Wow. That's pretty cool. And the whole quest is structured to play like a Witcher quest? Wow. That's fucking wild, man. That's really, really cool. Alt Censor says Davis was watching Blossom play, but it was kind of hard to see everything while thrusting. You Son of a bitch. Dear God. You can get armor that makes your cat helper into Mega Man. God damn, that is cool, man. That's fucking wild. All right, let's get these mandibles going. I guess, directionally speaking, probably want 6. I don't know. Probably can get away with something like that. Just guideposts. Also want some mandibles coming out and controlling this face right here. Blossom worked her magic and got Tonka playing. Oh, really? Cool. The PS4 version had armor that made you into the girl from Horizon Zero Dawn, and cat armor that made it into one of the robot dinosaurs from that game. Oh. There was armor that made you into Kin from Street Fighter and a Haruken emote that actually does damage if you use it on a monster. That's pretty awesome. I must admit. Huh. That's what I'm going to do for my game. I'm going to make it so you can play as Mega Man. It'll be a special cheat code. It's going to be disgusting. There was also a Dante set from Devil May Cry. Wow. Wowie zowie. Best thing about Monster Hunter World is it isn't Fortnite. Hooray! Yeah, that's true. In past games, they've had things like the Master Sword and the Highland Shield and a Link skin. Says Punished Dad. Monster Hunter makes me mark the fuck out. I get crazy about the monsters like Tonka gets crazy about the kaijus. I can see why. It's really pretty fucking great. Probably have some joints right around here. Question is, if they have joints, why not use them? Oops. What have I done? Will it be a Christian game, Davis? Will Mega Man teach me the Bible? Oh man, it's probably worth thinking about. I certainly don't want to create evil in the world. So I should have should really ponder that sometime. Because I'll tell you right now, there's going to be some fucking dark shit in here. Tribal Ninja says, so how much for a wrench on this channel, Davis? Yeah, $500. That's probably right. No wrenches. No wrenches. Not going to say that there isn't an amount out there for me to go against my principles. It's probably out there somewhere, though. A dark hidden penis? What are you talking
You're a dark hidden penis.
about? Oh, I thought you were sleeping.
I am sleeping.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, since there are joints here, let's turn it a little bit so it is less flower-like and more crab-like. Clint Eastwood, welcome to the stream. Turn this one too. This one as well. Ow. Is this the monster from Stranger Things? That's what we're trying to avoid. Trying to avoid anything that looks like anything else, but also going to try to make it look spooky. It does look like he's blushing. He met that special someone. He met Meg Ryan at a coffee shop in Seattle. He's all flustered. Doesn't know what to say to her. It's been out of the dating game for so long. Or since he got divorced. You know, as it happens. Women don't like when you steal their eyes. Yeah, exactly. This face has been in my family for 20 generations. I'd never part with it. Here's $1 billion in an island inhabited by Playboy bunnies. That face sucked away. That face sucked anyway. Yeah. Had my great-grandfather's ashes in there. Whatever. That bug bounty says, personally, my favorite hobby is making hideously disgusting monsters, then trying to only change one thing to make it cute or adorable somehow. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like the idea of constraints. Limiting yourself to things. It's very important, creatively speaking. Something I probably didn't do enough of while I was painting properly. I'll probably get into it more, but I want to limit my palette. Maybe only work with 4 colors. Get a lot of great effects doing that. Punished Dad says, my favorite hobby is dunking on fucking nerds.
Nerds.
Oh, you got a little chuckle from Scraddles there.
Fuck you. I'll fight you.
Okay. All right. Fine. What's in it for me, Scraddles? Yeah, that was the other thing that was pretty weird about the show. See, Tennessee Marine, apparently he wants to fight Tonka. But he doesn't want to put anything on the table. He doesn't want to have that conversation. just drive or fly 4 hours out of your way and for a fight. Gotta put something a little bit better than that. Put a little money on the table. Winner take all, that type of thing. But can you draw hands? Could draw a hand or two. Oh my gosh. There's somebody right now that is watching the other morning show right now. Guys, if you want to watch the other morning show right now, this is the time. The Optic Decay stream. Apparently, I've a subject of the conversation. Broski says, I Photoshop over pictures. That's it. That's what I do. I Photoshop over pictures. Stream snipe it? No. I'll watch it later, and we can talk about it tomorrow or on Monday. What's their channel? I think it's called Morning Decay. Something like that. He goes on to say, if you get hit by a truck today, you would deserve it, and I'd laugh. Oh my gosh. I guess they're not moving on. Here's another one. He says, I got a suggestion for you, Davis. Walk into traffic with a blindfold on. Is he still upset about that scar Photoshop? Is that what he's upset about? It's very hurtful. Apparently, Optic also giving us some advice. I could do shit with my life if I use my talent in a positive way. A positive way. Sorry. Doing Jeepers Creepers. What does he know about my life? What does he know about what I've done with my artwork? Pause it up, Davis. Yep. Oh no. Getting some real life updates on what's going on in the stream right now. Inner City Pigeon says, I'm sure he knows that you can probably draw better hands than he can. There's no question. There's no question about it. The problem is that I don't draw hands in a positive way. That's my deal. Did you get banned? What'd you say? An art stream fight? I guess. I don't know. I thought they were moving on. Excuse me. So you're banned as well, alt centrist? Oh no. Alt centrist said in the chat, "You are far more fun to laugh at them than you are far more fun to laugh at than to laugh with. You should come to terms with that." Apparently, Crucial Bunny also got taken down. A lot of blood in the water over there. Crucial Bunny says, I told Broski his cancer is back and was banned. What the fuck? I was just trying to help him out. I don't know. It's probably a little harsh. I don't even like writing that word, much less saying it out loud. Trucknut says, I had enough of this bullshit. I'm sending Scraddles to Canada with a knife and a case of rum. Oh my god. I'm trying to dry this dog out. Trying to get her embroiled in some national conflict. Oh my gosh. I'm getting word that Optic is monologuing about people taking the internet too seriously. Dear Lord. I don't know if there's anybody out there who takes the internet as seriously as Optic Decay does. when you are privating your social media because because someone has a Discord that puts your tweets there so we can laugh at them. That's taking it a little too seriously. Come on now. What's interesting is apparently you could be so much more if you didn't spend all your time being obsessed with Optic. Oh no. You know what that means, folks. Optic thinks he's Jeepers Creepers. Oh my god, Optic is Optic Jeepers Creepers? Thrax says, I ain't going over there. I don't need to listen to some depressed artist whine about how hard life is, while his stoner partner puffs his chest and bellows like a windbag. That's all right. Someone will. I'm gonna check it out after the stream. Give me something to listen to while I'm doing real life shit. What is Nicholas Durorio saying? It says, I haven't commented on this stuff yet, as far as I know. But why come bother a stream with 30 people watching? No diss to you, but like why? I think I'm still cool with the other guys, but it makes no sense. Allie says, Nick, they've been harassing and stalking Rob for months. Harassing and stalking Rob for months. My God. I think they actually believe this. Nicholas Dior says, I don't know. I think me and Tonka are still cool. I've been de-wrenched and banned from Discord, though. So I don't know. De-wrenched and banned from Discord. I don't know. Probably had something to do with oh well, yeah. Probably has something to do with when they switch channels. It's probably why he doesn't have a wrench in his the Kumite thing. As far as Discord go, I have no idea. Obviously, if Nicholas Diorio wants to know anything about my thing with Optic, the best stream to go to is that this stream is about Optic one. Trip down memory lane or whatever it's called. It's probably the most concise stream about that. Grant Eastwood says they're hard to listen to. Sorry, let me get to catch up with the chat. Inner City Pigeon says, just draw him the most realistic figure of your human hand, callous from utensils use and all. Give him the proverbial pigeon. I think I started the Morning Beast drawing hands. Tricknut says, has anyone told him we're stalking Allie? Still waiting for that to blow up. Yeah, that'd be good. It's a person called Nunya Business over in that stream that says, why did their hands look so jank? And he was immediately banned. Is he still working on that that Conan the Barbarian picture? Because I had some great suggestions for that. All right, let me get current with the chat. Ike says, "What's this fun? Do Jeepers Creepers right now." Remember when Optic was told he was a wizard by Hagrid? I'm unfamiliar with that lore. Dear Lord. Clint Eastwood says, "Davis, we know you have installed a tracker on someone's car." It's true. It's the best way to see what their tweets are like. Oh, they're just screaming about Tonka now. Oh, could use some more advice. I thought they were moving on. Crucial Bunny says Nick was in the Discord a week ago. Yeah, I have no idea. Clint Eastwood says, "I heard Akujin did that over the Blair Ricochet situation." That was my suspicion as well, but I don't know anything about it. That was always going to be tough to deal with. Given that Vamp is a pretty good friends with Illuminati, and that whole situation is going to be a bit messy. I don't know if anybody had to be banned from anywhere, and I doubt that he was. Threx says, "Allie, no one stalks you or your husband. Stop it." "Bullshit, Dragon," says Trucknuts. "We're 1,000% stalking Allie in Davis's Discord." It's true. We're getting all the Allies. All of them. Kolaski says Nick was kicked from the Discord. I don't know why. I could ask Tonka if Nick wanted to know. I don't know if Nick really cares. Ike says, "You have such a villainous laugh when you talk about this Optic person, do I?" Well, it's probably because I am his biggest villain. If you're obsessed with Optic, but always drawing Blossom, does that make Optic Blossom? I don't like that lore. Now, I don't know if they have found the Stalking Alley channel. Someone needs to tell them. Someone needs to get the word out. Ike says, "More like Cheapers Keepers. Let me call my mother and let her know I found the one." So true. Alt-Centrist says they have stopped moving on. Seems to be the case. All right. Okay, so the mandibles, they'll open up here. Baseline here, here, and here. I don't know, maybe it says they never move on. Moving on is just a way to say, stop, stop, uncle, stop. Clint Eastwood said, "I heard them saying they were moving on this morning." Brian Rex says, "I just heard his hands are shit because," and I quote Broski, "shit out things on a live stream." Oh, that's not cool. MK Thales says, for fuck's sake, they literally make it impossible to listen to. I made it like 35 seconds. That's a shame. I. Stuttering, I think Optic stutters more than Worski ever did. Water Jibber says, now watch. Tonka will respond and they'll go into victim mode again. Well, we'll see. What's funny is, see, I was listening to the Tennessee Marine on the Trippy stream yesterday or the day before yesterday. And on that stream, they're like, haha, they're definitely going to play this on the Tonka radio. Unfortunately, what had happened is something far more interesting happened later on when Tonka went on to the Doc Griffin stream. And I don't know if they would have talked about Tennessee Marine at all if he had not showed up to the chat. Well, I kind of expected that to happen too, that they would listen to that audio because it's pretty, I don't know. Some of it's pretty funny. MK Tail says it's not just because their sound is all fucked up. They're just painful. The whining and fake laughter. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Punish Dad says Broski is just yelling. Oh, is he? Yeah, that's right. We must remember the lore. Trucknut says, but Broski doesn't yell when he's mad. That's just him working us marks. Yep. Doing it for entertainment purposes. Broski was screaming because he wasn't getting enough dislikes. Talk on Doc Griffin's show was fucking glorious, says Punish Dad. Cock Griffin hid the stream with Tonka. That's perplexing to me. Talk about it a little bit more. Yeah, it's weird that they don't get him. They don't understand what Tonka is like. They have this idea that they want to have this conversation, not a screaming match. They don't want vitriol. Do you know who he is at all? You can't ask people to not be who they are. That's ridiculous. That's not what you should expect from people. You accept people for who they are, and if you want them on the stream, you know what you're getting. And then to private the stream after it wasn't what you wanted it to be. Again, that's a bit that's that hypocritical stuff I was talking about before. It's like you want the conversation. You want to say that you are open for dialogue, but when the dialogue happens, you private it. What does that mean? How does that make sense? Punish Dad wants to know if you should make pancakes or not. Don't turn this into a pancakes versus waffles discussion. I won't have it. All right. Try to figure out these eyes. Nah, maybe I won't. People retracting messages. Excuse me. All right. How many mandibles? How many mandibles? That's not what I want to see. It is what I want to see, though. There's another thing that I wanted to look at real quick. Over on Jeepers Creepers. My resource picks. Let me look at it real quick. Is that it? Hmm. No, it's not going to work. Let's bring this up. I don't know if that'll work. I don't know if that'll work either. Sorry, I'm looking at the other screen real quick. That bug behind you says, I think if Optic unironically moved on, he would be better, strangely enough. I think I agree. This is the thing. Everyone moves on eventually. Like, I don't like being told to stop. Because I know that eventually everything comes in phases for me. Everything comes in waves. There will be a time when Optic is just won't even be a second thought to me. I can't imagine spending too much time with that nonsense. But the idea of consciously moving on is perplexing. Let's move this over here. Clint Eastwood says, I didn't hear this stream, but it sounds like Tonka went on with a machine gun. I think his biggest machine gun was apparently his musical teeth. That was fucking hilarious. It's pretty wildly entertaining. Brian Rex says, the typical morning decay stream, Rob tries to say something or make a point only to get loudly spurred over by Broski about non-related shit. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I don't have anything like that happening here.
Fuck you, toaster oven.
What?
Toaster oven and shopping carts.
Oh, she's streaming. Sorry, I thought she was trying to derail my stream. Apparently she's having a dream about toaster ovens. You lost Phoebe again. Sure seems like it. Trucknut says they really want Tonka to be Davis. They won't talk to Davis because he exposes them, so even if Tonka was Davis-like, they would still be made to look like idiots, but at least it would be quieter. Well, it goes back to that AP thing. I want to talk to anybody except Davis. Odd. Water Jabber says Doc got called out for lying. That's why the stream is private. Yeah. That would be my suspicion as well. Bible Ninja says Sir Adamantine begged Doc to private the stream because Tonka fed Addy his own freshly plucked shitbox. Oh man, that's colorful. Is there any merit to that though? Or are you just speculating? Seems like speculation. That bug behind you says the face when the biggest and most interesting streams all have one host, and the worst stream is the more people they usually have on it. Seems like that's the case, isn't it? Jacob's moving on. All right. Now they're just spitting out cringy Yankee accents. This should be a pretty big stream for them. They'll probably outdo me in the numbers today. There you go. It's one way to do it. Probably not, though. That bug behind you says, I consciously move on all the time. Move my nuts on your face. Oh my god. Fakest News and Bakery says, lies. Optic will always be present, Davis. Optic and you are going to get married. The biggest of gay ops. Ugh. Yuck. That bug behind you says, I keep forgetting how old Optic is. He's 16, right? That was the most peculiar thing to me. I know I've talked about it, but I thought he was a young man. See, in the early days, when I had heard he was doing a Kumite comic book, and I can't remember the circumstances of it, but there seemed to be some, I was going to say falling out, but I think I remember it was when the Kumite was basically done for. To many times the Kumite has been done for when the whole shit with because it went to Andy Worski's channel and then it became something silly and stupid. And then Tonka left and there was that big hullabaloo. So I found it pretty interesting that he would be caught in the middle of that. And creatively speaking, I wondered where he was going to go. So I did want to have a conversation with him about that, what his thought process was like. But apparently, he did stop by and saw that I was talking to Animes, and he thought it was a trap. Never try to trap people. Always willing to have a conversation with people. Trauma brings views. Would never have guessed. It's the age-old thing, isn't it? All right, we're gonna bring this this sack over here. Should do something with that. These things will all be gone, by the way. They're just guideposts for what we're doing. Buck behind you says, I love that. This conversation with this guy's a trap. Nigga, how you gonna get trapped? On a Discord call. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. You have every opportunity to leave. No one's gonna trap you. It's perfectly fine. Well, it's like the whole thing with the Discord fiasco, the Salty Rob's channel. Every opportunity made for him to come onto the public Discord and find out what it's about. Nah, I won't do that. I'll just put out this narrative that he is stalking my wife and that he's going after my business. Got to get those victim points, guys. All right, this is going to be probably more advanced. So we're going to fuck up quite a bit while we do this, I'm sure. I'm going to take some thought process here. Not the kind of thought process that that Blossom engages in. Oh my god, he's talking about Blossom again. Guy's obsessed. Can't be obsessed with two people. I gotta make a choice, guys. Really, if you're going to be obsessed with one person, probably should be Blossom. Clint Eastwood says, what is his business? Trucknut says, commission tracing. He had to do it. He was forced. He was forced to give Umbreon Leaf She-Ra's sword. It wouldn't have been the same without it. You know how Leaf is a big fan of She-Ra. It would have been rude not to do that. I don't know, maybe it says laughing at public tweets is not stalking. Does nobody understand what stalking is anymore? It's fucking odd. They need a strong word to call it. Okay, they can't say what it is. They're posting my tweets and laughing about it. If you wrote that down, because I can understand why you would be upset by that. You know, they're posting my tweets and they're laughing about it. Okay, I get it. But if you wrote that down and tweeted about that, people would say, you're a fucking ridiculous person. So no, it's got to be stalking. And nobody even asks. Nobody on that side even asked. They just swallowed it up. You're right, that is stalking. You're right. That bug behind you says, remember when COG forced him to make animation for under $100? $50. $50, and he was forced to do it. Could not muster up the will to say no. Just had to do it. At 40 years old, he could not say, you know what? No. I got better things to do with my time. I'm working on a comic book. But it's even worse. When he had the falling out with Cog, what did he do? Told Cog, you can't use my art anymore. That art that you paid for. In fact, I'm going to refund you that money. Here's that $50 back. Now, don't use my artwork. 2 hours later, he's on Twitter. You know, after giving it some thought, he can use my artwork. So Cog got it for free. That's fucking wild shit, man. I can't tell you how long I laughed at that. Oh my god. I laughed about that for, gosh, for too long. It must be said. Owned, completely owned. Oh, and I'll also point this out to Cog's credit. What he did with the $50, he did it on stream. He donated it to cancer research. Yikes. So I guess in a sense, you could say that Optic donated that money to cancer research. But you can't really. Why didn't Optic do that? It would have been much better to just skip the middleman, just donate to the cancer research. I don't know. He probably does that all the time. He's probably donated thousands and thousands of dollars to multiple charities. Altcentra says words don't necessarily mean things when you're proclaiming victim status. This is true. Trent Eastwood says, oh my god, they're mocking my monotony. Oh, I mean, stalking. They're stalking me. Yeah. Yeah, that bug behind you says, so like I said, he's 16, right? Sure seems like it. Young at heart, let's just put it that way. Let's be kind. Gonna try to figure out how these things work. I don't know if it necessarily matters too much to try to sell this. Sell it for what it is. My shoulder pain is slowly going away, folks. It's getting better. It's still pretty bad, though. Step up behind you says, in reality, he's a test tube baby that stayed in too long, and his body age is 40 and his mental age is 16. So I guess his wife is a hemophile. Oh my gosh. Stop stalking his wife. Knock that off. Alright, what do I want to happen here with the mouth? Okay, you won't see much of it. But I kind of like that, what was that fucking fish? With his sucker? With his little sucker mouth? Spiral sucker. We'll put some teeth in there. Okay, then we'll get some mandibles coming from there. I think it'll get much scarier when I oh gosh. No, when I add the shininess to it and whatnot, it'll be much more creepy. I don't know what to do with the forehead, guys. Oh, you know what? Maybe it should be like this disgusting sack over here. Yeah. So fucking gross. I always find those things to be disgusting. What's that to the tune of? That bug behind you. Stop stalking his wife. So many great alleys to stalk. Gotta stalk 'em all. Oh my god, nuke 'em all. Oh, that's such a great ass. Oof. Thanks for that. Oh, I just saw, yeah. Nuke 'em all, always giving me asses. That's a good one. Is she wearing like thigh-high boots? That's my favorite part. Little fat on the thighs just coming out. Oh my gosh. So good. Maybe you guys will see that on Monday. I don't want to show you now. Why would I do that? Share with the class, Davis. I guess it's unfair to talk about it without showing you. I don't want to be a bad person. But this part right here, that's what I like. Asses are like bubblegum now. Maybe. See, it's not the biggest ass in the world, but it's pretty good. That right there. Involuntary creeper noises abound. MK Thales, can we confirm that it is not a dude's ass before I comment? No, it's not a dude's ass. Android the Destroyer says it's okay. It's a nice butt, but I like a bit bigger than that. Nice handful. For me, it's not always about how big it is. There's always some quality in there. that you got to gotta appreciate, I guess. Truck Nut says wood punch. Oh my gosh. Let's have the mandibles coming from the side here. How does it work with these guys? Okay. Tess Holiday has plenty of size. That Bug Barney says Davis is all about that mound life, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. Probably not something I want to know. Don't look it up, please, God. Oh, all right. Please, God, tell me it's over 18. That we cannot be sure of. Oh, okay. So I was wondering where I remember the name, because the name is familiar. But she's the BBW. The mound is the fat area around the pussy. You know how muscular chicks have droopy lips. The mound stops that. Muscular chicks have droopy lips? I had no idea. Yeah. Looks like a baby's face. All right, let's get those mandibles in there before it gets too fucking weird. We'll do another layer. How many mandibles? Let's think about the functionality of it. Maybe like 8? All right, let's make it a little different color, so we know what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Android Destroyer says, "Hey, don't knock fat chicks." I won't. Until you've tried it. You should look up cookie cutter sharks and model the mouth in that kind of way. It makes sense for the whole dissecting body parts thing. Cookie cutter shark? Yeah, I'll check it out. I like the translucent quality to it. The problem is, it kind of looks fake, doesn't it? It's one of those things in nature that looks hokey. If you did the illustration, people would think you're lazy. I can't believe this exists. Well, you certainly have a point. These fucking things are ridiculous. I've never heard of them. Look at his smile. This fucking guy. It's the laugh they do. This guy got bitten by one. Not cool. Yeah, they seem like happy guys. Woo.
Hey, get this out of my mouth. It's not cool.
Ah, they're so fucking hokey. Jacob says, if I was doing Jeepers Creepers, I'd make him from the past or something, like an eldritch creature. I don't know what that is. Let's look it up. Android says, then again, I have a skinny wife with a big butt and big old titties. Know what I'm saying? Got 'em. Oh yeah, these things are cool. You don't have a lot of tentacles in my guy. So it's cool to look at. Maybe we can take some things from this. Yeah, it is practical. But will it sell? You gotta cross that line between, look at that. It's fucking great. Who did this one? Clint Kearley? That's pretty cool, man. That's fucking wild. Clint Kearley. Wow. This is really cool. Wow. Got distracted a little bit. It's fine. This is great. Very cool. This says, don't draw tentacles. It brings the wrong kind of people. It's probably true. I love this, man. This is so fucking great. I'll tell you what I love about it the most is the the light is coming from off in this direction, and it hits underneath here and frames her face. It's fucking masterfully done. Can't wait to trace on top of it. I will give him credit though when I do it. Altcentra says, "Fuck, I can't remember the guy." God, now I can't remember his name. Kurt Eichenwald. Kurt Eichenwald. That's it. Yeah. Give you some tentacles. Son of a bitch. Have an alien type little mouth with those circle cutting teeth hidden in the shadow of his sucker mouth. That's the thing, though. I can't go too close to alien. But what I was thinking about, I'll have to look up more of this stuff later. Oh, look at this. It's fucking adorable. That's fucking cool, man. Oh, man, look at this shit. Great, great work. Man, I could look at that all day. Davis, I put a tiny history lesson in your DMs. History of what? Cookie cutter sharks were discovered during the Cold War as they had a tendency to attack submarines and leave small holes in the hull which messed with the sonar. The damage was originally believed to be opposing nations managing to secretly attack submarines. This was until one day when a submarine was dry docked and the water level fell and they found cookie cutter sharks stuck to the side of it. Wow. God damn. Huh. It's crazy that they were able to do damage. Those fucking teeth. MK Sales says, I think I dated one of those once. Yeah, practical as fuck. You're right, man. It's fucking great. But what was I was saying that I'm debating on whether or not I want a snout of some sort for it to come out. And I probably should, right? Yeah, I probably should. Let's get rid of that layer real quick. Make it a goblin shark mouth. Goblin shark mouth. Debate about what? You're just photoshopping over a picture, Davis. What does he think that I do? It's so fucking weird. He just photoshops over pictures. Wasn't it Optic who was saying that superimposition, I'm putting that in big fucking quotes, superimposition is a valid method? It's that thing again. It's always that thing where they try to call someone out on shit when right next to him, like literally right next to him, is the guy that does it. You just Photoshop over a picture. Yeah, I do. I Photoshop over my own picture. It's called having layers. I don't know, maybe says he's just talking out of his ass. Yeah, this is true. I'm gonna go look at goblin sharks just to see what these fucking things look like. It's just projection. Yeah, goblin sharks are cool. Damn, look at this fucking guy. Why did God make this? Was he having a bad day? See, that's where all the demons live. Everybody thinks they live um, like hell is in the center of the world and whatnot. But it's actually, it's more or less true, because in the deep, that's where all these fucking harmonious Bosch beasts live. It's pretty good. But all the fucking demons live underwater, deep underwater. All these poorly designed creatures. God's little mistakes. Like, fine, live underneath there. It's fine. Disgusting animals. No one's gonna see you. 3D modeling trace sucks as well. The mouse stresses up. Look up the video. Yeah, I think I pretty much got it. It's fucking weird. Yeah, Water Traversy says, yeah, you mean like accusing me of doxing days after AP doxes Tonka's mom? That kind of strange behavior, Davis. Yeah, isn't that so fucking bizarre? You put money on the table for proof that Optic said that he worked somewhere. The supposition was, of course, you weren't the only one to remember Optic saying something like that. But once it didn't, it was clear that was not going to be available. You apologize for even putting it out there. But to go back to the original thing, it was like, how is that doxing? It's weird. It's so weird, the leaps and bounds they will go to. He may be referring to when you take optics pictures and fix them. Maybe that's it. MK Thales says multiple people remember Optic, at least implying that he worked at Marvel. It's kind of strange coincidence that they'd all be wrong in that recollection. It's very odd. Vape sounds intensifies. All right. Yeah, looking at people's tweets is stalking. Asking about previous work history is doxing. But people who literally put out pictures of someone's mom, people who literally post Facebooks, somebody's mother, it's fine. Didn't gather it illegally, so it's not doxing. All right. Ah. All right, we have to work on this shape here so it doesn't look fucking ridiculous. Blah. Trucknut says, pretty sure Davis doxes chat by reading our screen names, and I get voice doxed on top of that. If we weren't stalking Allie, I would leave. Oh, it's worse than that, Trucknuts. Not only do I dox you, I dox myself when I'm promoting our barbershop quartet, where we meet up every Sunday. I'm putting you guys in danger. I'm putting us all in danger. Let me put that out there. Yo, Tennessee Marine, if you want to step up to a man, meet us over at Jake's Fishing and Tackle this Sunday. If you want to listen to some great renditions of old fishing tunes. Do a special retrospective on the work of... Oh, God damn it. It escapes me. What's his name? Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah, sorry. That would have been better if I would have remembered it. Clint Eastwood says, I want to commission you, but I don't care how shitty you are. Take my money. Who does that? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he says, if Marvel ever did a series of characters with shitty hands, Optic would be a perfect hire for them. It's going to be this new X-Men run. Crucial Bunny says, I asked EVS if he ever heard of Rob, got no reply, so it's probably true he never worked at Marvel. Oh, well, lots of people work there. Can't know everybody, right? God damn it. Davis stocks his own quartet. I can't handle this many layers of intrigue. It's true. Bible Ninja says, I know Optic rattled off his tongue about working in the industry. Optic only tightened up his loose lip once EVS was in the conversation. EVS is pretty easy to talk to. I don't know if you guys know that. I mean, you guys probably already know that. You don't need an in to talk to EVS. You could just send him a message on Twitter and he'll get back to you. You can send him your portfolio and say, hey, if you know of any projects are out there, here's my portfolio. Here's a link to my portfolio. I don't know what the whole deal was with that shit at the time. He made this whole big deal of only having 2 weeks to prepare something he should already have. Blah. X-Men Spider Hands. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, maybe for the Spider-Verse, there could be Spider Hands. Bible Ninja says, I asked Doc if he has a Facebook page last night because he said Facebook information being shared and pushed about is not doxing. He never answered me. It's so fucking stupid. Blah. Fucking fish mouth. We'll have mandibles on the side. Blah. Some red in there. Marvel employed Rob Liefeld. They don't care about hooves. Is Liefeld the one who just loved pouches? I remember there was one guy in the 90s, and I think it was Rob Liefeld. Man, he just couldn't get enough pouches on his character. Like there's one I remember seeing. It was a picture of Cable, and it was like, dear God, how many fucking pouches do you need? Jacob says, Davis, look up Evan Shaner. Oh, I don't know. You have to give me a link or something. I'm not going to look up. I can't derail it too much. Ike says, I still have no idea who these shitty people y'all talking about are. Optic, Doc, Broski. Who are these people and why do they matter? Yeah, I always fear that. I always fear that talking about this shit with people who don't know anything about these guys, how that comes off. Probably should just be simple to say Optic is a comic book guy who has a morning stream opposite this one that goes on at the same time. Broski is his co-host. Doc Griffin has a show late at night, and I don't know. They're not fans of what we do here. Remora, the Remora eel, yeah. But I've got a picture of it, so, but we'll get into that later. Crucial Bunny says pouches were the shit. Cyclops had a bunch. Yeah, Cyclops had a bunch too. Deadpool had a bunch of fucking pouches. Bible Ninja says I offered $62 to people to prove Optic said he worked for Marvel. That's not doxing. Arketeer tried to make you out to be Kraut 2.0. Your name's out there. He tried to shit on your reputation via secondhand facts that were more than out there, more than willing, or more than available. I don't know how more transparent I can be and more open to conversations. My DMs are open. My Discord is open. The fact that people still want to talk shit is amazing. Oh, that's cool. Jacob sent me a link to this guy. Yeah, I think you showed me his work before. Yeah, it's great. It's clean stuff. Look at that hand right there. Masterfully done. Nice, clean, old school work. Actually, let's follow this guy. I like to have enough. I like to have art on my timeline all the time. It's the best timeline to have. It's when you just get lots of art. Spider hands, draw deformed as only optic can. Are they strong? Listen, bud, they've got knuckles where there should be none. Watch out, here comes the spider hands. Bravo. Bravo. I'll look up his website, Jacob. It's very cool. And thanks for posting that. Oh, and thanks for that for Clint Eastwood. I just saw it now, the picture of the bat. That face in particular. That's yeah, it's got me. Yeah, there's definitely something I can do with that. Water Jibber says, I already talked to Archer about the Discord. He doesn't get it, but he but agrees it's not doxing. That's the other thing I fucking hate about some of these people. They want it to be something so bad. They want it to be something like what do they say? Oh, I just think it's gay. I just think it's gay. Would they say the same thing about anything else? There's nothing gay about it. This is what happens. This is the internet. The fact that I'm a little more organized about the channels, which I'm not, by the way. But of course, you would want your channels to be focused. We like to laugh at Optic. Here's an Optic channel, and they say, "Oh, that's just gay." What? Being organized? Come the fuck off. Come off of it. And they love Mr. Menaker. Oh, laughing at Spurgs. Nothing wrong with that. Gotta laugh at Spurgs. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's what we do. But when you laugh at their Spurgs, then you're stalking. Mm-hmm. Right. Hey, you remember when Mr. Menaker heard about Thrax, and he went on Twitter with his thousands of followers, and he said, "What's the lore on this guy?" Did anybody say, "Hey, what are you doing, stalking Thrax"? Anybody? Anybody do that? Because it's fine. It's fine to talk about people. Alt Censor says, organization sounds like gay ops or autism, but mostly gay ops. How does Medicare get the 37K follow? Is he up to that much? By being a good boy, I guess. One, two. Ike says, I find Medicare slimy amusing. Rumor, uh, like your weird uncle you heard rumors likes to watch young men shower in the public pool, but he tells some borderline racist funny jokes. Dear Lord. I don't know. I always find myself at some point always defending Mr. Medicare. I don't know why that is. Just in principle. Probably puts me at odds with a few people. But. All right, how are we going to sell the mouth and still have these mandibles coming out? That's the question. Fuck. Let's put this on a different layer. Maybe it's too late. Yeah, it's because I love white knighting people. It's your thing. Yeah, that's probably true. Who says principles for gay fam? Fight me IRL. Yeah. Bible Ninja says cough laugh. Mr. Medicare, the internet influencer, he has become all the things he used to call out. Oh yeah, I know, I've said it before, but he's the most influential person on this side of the internet. But it does. I mean, it doesn't stick. It's like how he rails about Discord. You know, like Discord's gay. You know, people still use Discord. I think they accept the fact that, like, he has all these stances, many of which he's already backed out on. Oh, don't open a Patreon, you know, or Patreons are gay. All right. When he needs money, he opens a Patreon. We've talked about this. Merchandising, that's fucking gay. All right, like I need some money. Let me open that up too. But yeah, what I'm saying is, yeah, most people don't really care. Like he'll laugh at Spurgs on the internet, and people are like, "Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're laughing at Spurgs." You have like Medicare Fembot. She would like to be like Mr. Medicare, but that's too hard. Yes, I know. I said she. Because you are Mr. Medicare, says Trucknuts. Ellen's middle name is Jade. Remember when you finger blasted her on stream? Good time. No, it's the only way to get a response out of her. Tell you the truth. Crucial Bunny says, I used to mark for Medicare till he became the thing he always told me was gay. Yeah. Apathetic Runner says, Jim has two things going for him, a great voice and great timing. That can carry you pretty far, obviously. That's true. Maybe it should be, okay, let's get rid of that for a second. This is why we needed to put it on a different layer. Oh well, it's fine. Jim, the principal cucker. Yeah, it seems like it. Fakest News and Bakery. At 2,000 subscribers, are you going to disconnect Blossom? No. At 1,001, she's not even going to get any time. She's going down. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how this whole fucking thing is working. Okay, maybe it comes out here as well. It's reminding me a lot of Beetlejuice. I don't know if that's a good thing. Adrian Blanc, welcome to the stream. Captain Drax says, I have never bought into Jim's how do you do fellow kid shtick. Not to mention, he's the idiot who started the bullshit of me being a dog fucker. You understand why there's a little animosity, right? Oh, for sure. Yeah, you have every reason to despise him. That shit was pretty fucked up. Plug, pull, and spree at 1K. Davis is going to run through extended care ward, yanking every cord in sight. Oh, man. There's going to be some free hospital beds that week. What a guy. So Medicare's documentaries are lies? He just doesn't, I don't think he does due diligence. I think he tries the best that he can. Well, no, that's probably not true. I don't know. He's never been a investigator. He'll go to the boards and he'll take that as gospel. I don't know what his investigations are like. But I mean, I guess that shit is hard. I mean, I would imagine it's pretty hard trying to get things right. I don't know if he cares that much. Talk says Medicare is nothing but a liar, and it would be fun to see him get his teeth kicked in. He absolutely doesn't do as good as he can. His Crouch shit was an outright fabrication. Yeah, I think he was more or less settled on the going narrative. Just like the Snapchat stuff, which, he didn't mention too much about. But he was more than happy to take Zoom's word for it. And that's when he became pretty shit tier as far as far as I'm concerned. That's when you always have those moments, right, where you're like, oh my gosh, if that's it, it'll always be one thing. You're like, oh, if he's lying about this, or if he got this wrong, what else did he get wrong? And you have to think about it in retrospect and be like, oh my god. So Crucial Bunny says Jim uses Null's shit, but Null is a far superior Mr. Medicare. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, see, you're talking about the Kiwi Farms guy. See, he doesn't have the voice that Mr. Medicare has. Otherwise, he'd be, he would be much more popular. Because I think he does try to vet things. Josh from Kiwi Farms, that's his name, yeah. Viable Ninja says, lol suit, Mr. Medicare. It's too funny that that's what drags Jim, the cap and can man, into the light. He was great at his LOL at silly shit, but then he became his own hype guy. Yeah, I think that's more or less fair. Altcentra says, that's always been my thing with these expose things. If someone is so dead to rights, why lie about anything? Yeah, I've thought about that too. It's because things the way they are never sexy enough to get over on people. The reason I talk about the Snapchat so much, it's the only thing that I looked into so autistically. So if you'll indulge me to talk about it for just a brief second. Yeah, when Vape came to me with the Snapchat thing, Vape was more than translucent or transparent when he said, "Yeah, I want to destroy Andy Worski with this." Yeah, absolutely true. Doesn't mean it wasn't. It wasn't. It actually did happen. It did happen. And so when he came to me like the next day after dropping the bombshell to me and said, "Hey, the girl wants to come on your stream and talk about it," it's like, okay, well let's think about what it is. Like, what is the? I mean, there's some cringy, sexually explicit conversations here happening, but what is the sin? What is actually happening? So you think about it and you're like, he was basically catfished by a young girl who was, 13, but said that she was 17. And so when I presented, it was like, okay, this is a cautionary tale. Don't do this, guys. This is if this has happened once, then it happens all the time. Now, what happened later is, it happened on that stream. People were saying that the story is boring. There's not enough to laugh at. It's not going to go anywhere because it wasn't sexy enough. It didn't have that, the lull factor to it. So people started, adding on to the story. The whole narrative about Worski being a pedophile, all that came out of it, which was yeah. If I had known that would have taken off in that direction, I probably would have done more to frame it around. I would have said at the time more that this is not what that is. This is not what this is. I think I did at the time. But everybody wants to take something and turn it into something else. They want to take it to the nth degree. Apathetic Rancher says Medicare isn't an investigator. He's a compiler who errs on the side of entertainment rather than fact. Yeah, he's basically the Inquirer of YouTube commentary. He doesn't have to fact check things. He doesn't have the same journalistic integrity because he's not a journalist. He'll just present that, and it's probably going to be more the fault of the audience for taking him at face value. Ultimately speaking, I think that's where the fault is going to lie. Because he certainly doesn't present himself as a news guy. But yeah, it's amazing how many people will be just taken at face value. Zoom in particular. Just amazing to me. I will never not be amazed by that shit. Talk says, Jim has lied about Mighty Number 9, Kraut, Thrax, and me. Those are just the easiest ones, and I don't watch a lot of his videos. The ones I have seen were bullshit. All the Snapchat was missing was his blessing. That and all those people go with. When Vape came to Davis, Davis dusted off his shiny armor. It's true. Looks like the White Knight is at it again. Vape was like, I got this information, but it's gonna really damage my reputation when we go forward with it, Davis. I was like, don't you worry about it, Vape. Tonka says he isn't all about laughing at people. When the Snapchat came out, he was bitching and crying about how mean we were to Andy. It's nonsense to think. He doesn't have an agenda. What was weird about it is nobody wanted to know about the inner workings of that as a quote unquote op. It's like when I brought it up to Cog, it was like, trying to explain what would be involved in doing this. And he was like, it would take 5 minutes. It would take 5 minutes. I could do something like that. It would take 5 minutes. You're thinking about it too much. It would take 5 minutes to do it. No. There's nothing like it. There's never been anything like it. Can you imagine having a name like Cognitive Thought and then not doing basic cognitive thought to even think about it? See, I was racking my brain just to figure out how it would work. That was kind of actually a proud moment of myself, where I was proud of myself for analytically thinking about it, trying to make sense of it, working backwards. I didn't think that I was going to get to a point where working backwards, I could come to the conclusion that it wasn't an op. But once you put everything together, it just became so obvious that it was real. And I thought I had a pretty, airtight case about it, but nobody wanted to, nobody wanted to think about it. See, when you can have an airtight case like that, where what is what I thought it was. I thought it was pretty airtight, and people still don't believe you. And then when Zoom can do a stream and call me a child groomer, and then have people still believe that with no evidence, it's a little bit disheartening. Bible Ninja says, as much as I want to leg kick Sargon for crimes against England, he was spot on with Jim. The trial by smear. Yeah. Taka says Jim outright said it was an op. I did and wasn't even involved. Jim runs interference for people. He's a coward and a propagandist. I don't know if he's a conscious propagandist though. I think that whole thing, the whole Snapchat thing, it was just easier. It was so much easier to just say it was an op. And you can't ask people to think about things rationally or critically. It's a bit like being that guy who you know recommends you that this book that he just read that's fantastic. He was like always recommending it. You just can't expect people to do that. And there was at some point, yeah, I was working on a video that would explain it, and it would be an entertaining way to explain it. And I just came to the conclusion that it was just not, you know, like who cares? I was spending like too much time on it. I was like, am I going to do all this for something that nobody cares about at the end of the day? Yeah, it's one of those things. You have to choose art above internet stupid shit. Sister says you gotta admit though, Davis is pretty creepy. Guy grooms children and keeps drawing Blossom over and over and over. It's true. Oh yeah, no question. Tonka says the guarantee if the Snapchat thing was about me, it would have flown. And I've never had a Snapchat. Yeah, you could have presented something with less information and put it on anybody like Crowd or Tonka or Mundane Matt. You could have flown with that and people would have believed it. That's the conclusion that I've come to. Because we had a video, we had we had the screenshots, we had the girl's testimony. You know, then I went back and analyzed what would be involved to even make this happen. We had all that, and it wasn't enough to change to have people thinking about it. Whereas, yeah, and I think Geek Thulu was right on the money when he said when he was bemoaning the fact that once you're a big time, you know, celebrity and everybody loves you, they'll believe anything. But once you're persona non grata, nobody wants to believe you about anything. He's absolutely right. Just the funny shit about it was that he was saying it after he was Worski's best friend. More than willing to sit there on the sidelines and let Worski talk all sorts of shit. Crucial Bunny says, and that was the day Davis learned that logic on the internet means something different than it does in the real world. It was a big learning experience for sure. Tonka says, Jim Back's the guy who licks his boots. Approved targets from the propagandist, nothing more. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the stream. Hey man, nice shot. Oh man, we're at 11 o'clock right now. Oof. Guess we got to get out of here. Bible Ninja says, Davis, if you said Worski kicked you from a game of Rocket League, then you could have schismed the Squawky Squad. Yeah, probably. Taka says he stood by Worski flagging, doxing, lying, etc. He said nothing, but if you said something on Worski, he was going at you. Even if you were Thrax, it was pathetic. The thing that was like the first beyond the beyond moment for me was the chargeback. That wasn't heralded as a huge internet faux pas, but people were actually applauding it. That's when I was like, oh, okay, all right. That's when you're not working against logic. You're not working. It is a cult of personality. I don't want to say it's a cult, but it's certainly a cult of personality. And what's sad about it is the personality was so lacking. It's like, it's really disheartening to to see so many people carrying water for a person that is hardly a person at all. He is not a formed human being. Once I started looking at him more critically, in fact, a lot of us were in this Discord, was just sort of like trying to analyze, what this guy was about. It became a lot easier when he did the IRL streaming thing, and you got to, see more of a glimpse of his personality. And I think one of the conclusions that I came to is that he's got two things that were kind of diametrically opposed to each other, but they were both equally true. He is a thrill seeker, but he is also lazy. So he does these things to excite him. And I think he would admit this about himself as well. You almost see glimpses of him admitting to it, because he wants to know, or at least he did want to know. I don't know how true it is. He wants to know what is causing him to self-destruct, which is he was always on a collision course with. He always wants to destroy his whatever success he has. But I came to the conclusion that he's a lazy thrill seeker. And one of the things was that, like, that Snapchat. I'm going to talk to a 17-year-old girl in Texas, and that kind of thing is probably pretty exciting to him. It gave him endorphins, made the serotonin in his head go off. Which, I mean, chatting up your fans and doing sexy stuff with them online, it's like the ultimate in laziness. He gets a rush out of it, but it is at no cost to him at all. It's just on the internet. That's fine. No harm, no foul, right? It's just lazy thrill seeking. It's the same thing with him. At some point during his travels, sometime in Florida, he was talking about he had this life-changing moment where he was going to, travel the world. And you could see it happening real time. And if you've been around enough, if you've lived your life, you see that in people where they will talk about their plans, and they just brighten up and they get all sorts of energy and hopefulness. When you talk about your plans, when you talk about the things that you are going to do, endorphins go off. all these little chemicals start firing off in your synapses, and it's a thrill. If you talk about like climbing the Himalayas in earnest and thinking about it, yeah, that's the same kind of serotonin rush that you would get from probably actually doing it. But the problem is doing it is hard, and Worski is ultimately a lazy person. The thing that bugs me, says Crucial Bunny, is that they called it an op even though it was shown Andy didn't know she was that young. 17 is legal in Canada, but by calling it an op, I have to ask, has he talked to females that he knew were younger? You would have thought if there was an op that it would be him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've talked about it multiple times. If it was an op, it would have been more damaging. But whatever. We don't have to go over it. Bible Ninja says, I heard the reason Jim did the video on Kraut were to White Knight for Aiden. I don't know how true it is, but it made me laugh. Yeah, I wouldn't put much stock in that. I think Jim was pretty, he knew it was a watershed moment. I mean, the Kraut thing was so infused in the white nationalist drama that was happening on on YouTube at the point where he saw that as almost like the cornerstone of where everything was at. Tonka says Jim stood side by side with that. Stealing money 4 days before Christmas is cool and flies with Jim as long as you are his butt sucker. Yeah, again, I mean it's one of those things. It wasn't sexy enough for television, I guess. Yeah, I like that too. Bible Ninja says it didn't make me laugh as much as Jim freaking and tweaking on Twitter because Joshua Moon, the Chris Chan loving loon, slagged off Jim for becoming Meadow merch. Yeah, he's on Twitter. Hey, does anybody know if this is Josh's Twitter? I want to know what he's bitching about. Isn't fucking Josh like the easiest person to get in touch with? Why are you making it public that you're upset with him about something? This says, I'm really disappointed Worski didn't climb Mount Everest. I was going to contribute to that GoFundMe. Yep. Bible Ninja says, I was talking with someone about this recently. It's more the rush, the chase, and the race than the crossing of the line or slaying of the beast. That's exactly it. I would think that probably at this time he knows that. But who knows? You can never, I would never place bets against someone's stupidity. I've done that too many times in the past. Where I've thought that someone, surely they won't be this stupid. Only to be proven later that they were indeed fucking stupid as shit. Tonka says the Kraut thing was a ticket to Sargon. A whole video was dedicated to how Sargon knew. It was a pathetic hate boner moment. Ah, yeah, you might have a point there. Yeah, like all that shit happened like too long ago before I was even interested in all that stuff. But that's what I'm talking about. It being an intersection, a cornerstone moment, because there were so many people attached to it. You had you know, Worski being involved, Kraut being involved, Sargon being involved in it, and all that would later on, kind of coalesce with the with the rise of the so-called blood sports. Tipsy Top says, I think Jim wanted to get back at the skeptics for excommunication with him. I bet if Sargon or Kraut were alt-right, Jim would go to the left to fuck with him. Yeah, I don't know about that. Fireball Ninja says, Jim, I just want to burn it down, gets his YouTube shut down, runs to Keemstar to get it reinstated, goes back to wanting the world to burn down. Of course, Jim, whatever you say, kiddo. This is true. Caesar Ip says, Medicare is related to Gamergate, yes? Yep. Just makes me cringe and nauseous, the faggotry. I don't know. I think Gamergate probably had some good moments in it. It certainly woke up a lot of people. Did it get cringy towards the end? Yeah, probably. Apathetic Renner says Jim has admitted he likes to stir the shit and watch the dumpster fire that results from it. Honestly, I enjoy a good dumpster fire myself, but it's a bad idea to be the one who lights it. You can't always get away with that, though. That's the thing. You gotta. It's a short shelf life when you're doing that stuff. It's probably why he rebranded as much as he did. If Jim liked dumpster fires, he would not have ran interference for Andy and Ralph. Yeah, that's a whole different can of worms. But yeah, I see where you're going with it. All right, guys, I'm going on my third hour, and I'm starting to certainly giving me a lot to think about. Stuff I hadn't thought about in a while. Apathetic Renter says, I did it on Facebook for years. It's why I'm not shocked at all at any of this on anything on this corner of the internet. The same drama repeats, the names just change. Yeah, probably true. Apathetic Renter says he protected those to keep the dumpster fires burning. He's done that with a lot of people. It's probably something to that. Bible Ninja says Jim is liberal. He always has been. I don't. Yeah, fucking Jim's politics. Who the fuck knows? I think it's weird that he didn't vote. I always think that shit is fucking weird. But whatever. Anyway. All right, so we got some progress here. He's looking pretty scary. it looks at least interesting. What we'll do, I guess, I don't know. I'll see if I can pull off a weekend stream and we can work on the translucent qualities of these spiders and try to put them here. I think that's what's really going to sell this to being more than just a a scary design or something like that. I think that's what's probably going to sell it, and I want to make sure I get that recorded. So if I have time, I'll do that. But at any rate, I do appreciate you guys stopping by. You guys have a good day. I'm not going to be around for the Kumite. Still have work to do, so I think that'll be starting in a bit. But otherwise, thanks a lot. We'll see you pretty soon, I would think. We'll see you see you when I see you. Let's just go with that. All right, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save the image so you don't have to remind me. All right, guys, take care.